Hey boys and girls, I'm just in an airport lounge at the moment and I hope you can hear me. But basically, what is going on with the market? So, as you can see, the dollar, you should always look at the dollar. Dollar dictates absolutely everything. Dollar is starting to make its way back down again, and therefore, if dollar goes down, stocks and crypto and commodities go up. Um, the highest correlation to the dollar and assets are gold and silver. But as you can see, the S&P 500 still going up, Dow Jones still going up. Now, don't get me wrong, I do believe that equities are setting up for one monumental crash. Um, However, at the moment, not just yet. And so, yeah, I can't see crypto doing anything for the moment. Um, I always keep an eye on Tether. So Tether's gone back to peg. That's fine there. Tether market cap did have a bit of a drop down. You can see Tether lost about $3 billion in market cap, but it quickly recovered. And USDD is slowly returning to peg. Big old slog. Very similar to like it did before. So for the moment, Tron is out of dodge. So Justin Sun managed to dodge that bullet again. Now, Bitcoin. Remember the last video? I said that what we need is some sort of healthy rally, so to speak, and that anything within this noise. I mean, this is proper professional charting here. um, but basically, anything in that noise is absolutely rubbish, and that we should just completely ignore it. Well, we had a bit of a turtle head popping out over here for basically a bit of a day. And what I was wanting to see is whether it would pull back to that and then make its way down, but it absolutely has not. So I think what's actually happening is a bit of a. In fact, let's get to a different Bitcoin chart, something which is not a mess. Is that if you can have a little look, see at this trend, something's going on like that, like so. Obviously, I've drawn this really roughly, but it's the same picture on ETH. If we, no, you can see that same trend line is being attacked as we, oopsie, as we speak. So it's not just that. Like there's a confluence of resistance here. As you can see, it's smashing into that long-term resistance and obviously that angled down resistance. And that long-term one goes all the way back down, from over here. So yeah, it is. I mean, everything is still setting up for a big smackdown, but not just yet. What I'd like to see, obviously, is the market bounce off this and start making its way back down. But I don't know. What is the date? 23rd. Yeah, I still think we've got probably another week. I think the big smackdown is, for crypto at least, is, as I said, towards the end of November, early December. And I would be careful thinking that we're going to have a big smackdown, big crash, and then it's up only from there on. If we look at Bitcoin on the monthly chart, you can see we have this big fat support level going down here, down to about sort of 10. If I just draw a little circle, there's a lot of support around here. So the market will naturally try and hunt that out. And I know everyone's looking at sort of 12 to 14k to pile in, and to be honest, I will probably be putting some funds in around those sort of levels. But you have to look at the bigger picture. One thing I've said time and time again to my students is USM2, as in the United States currency supply. It has never, literally for as any chart I can find, the US currency supply has never paused or decreased in terms of growth. And right now, not only, I mean, we're going through quantitative tightening, but as you can see here, the currency supply is dropping rather fast. So yeah, I don't think anyone that I can see on Twitter or anything is even talking about this. And so you just cannot expect Bitcoin to behave like it did in the last 3 cycles when the currency supply is contracting. And this is ultimately the thing that pushes crypto. You have to remember the Federal Reserve is Bitcoin's biggest pusher, if that makes sense. It prints, Bitcoin goes up. Remember, if the if the global currency supply in general is expanding, all of that currency has to slosh somewhere. Now we all know it goes to stocks and property predominantly, but some of it also does leak into crypto. So we have to be careful. And also, when you're looking at sort of the FANG TM stocks, they're all crashing big time. Like if we look at this on the say the daily chart, um, Facebook has broken well below its massive base support level. If we look at Amazon, everything is crashing, everything, and this is the majority of the US stock market. Um, Everything looks pretty darn ropey. Google's still crashing. Tesla is fallen well below that base support level. Microsoft doesn't look any better. Um, yeah, so it's it's all fun and games. So if you follow the likes of um, Elon Musk, etc., loads of these companies are just trashing their employment base, as in they're making thousands or tens of thousands of people redundant, and they're not doing that for for shits and giggles. They're doing it because they see a terrible time coming in 2023, as in next year. So I think if stocks are, if we go back to the S&P, the mothership, S&P 500, if the S&P 500 does have a bit of a wobble moving into next year, Bitcoin's not going to recover anytime soon. So I think we're, yeah, don't get me wrong, I would love to fill my boots around 10k or 8 or wherever, but it's not going to recover. We're going to have a year probably of consolidation, bouncing around sort of 10 grand to 30 grand. Um, Probably something like that, which actually gives us trading opportunities if you can get some sort of mean reversion strategy going. So yeah. Anyway, um, in terms of Grayscale and Genesis and DCG, it's going to take a lot longer to play out. So, yeah, chill your herbs, folks.